Elon Musk says that he'll scale back his time with Doge and working for President Trump starting next month and focusing more of his time on his company, Tesla.
What if the future of electric trucks isn't about sci-fi hype or million-dollar dreams, but a $23,000 workhorse from a company nobody bet on? Picture this. Tesla's Cybertruck, the darling of tech bros and futurists, is stumbling under its Taoiseoid own weight, while Mazda, a name you might associate with zippy roadsters, steps up with a truck that could steal the show. Today we're diving deep into the rumored electric BT50, a vehicle that's not just challenging Tesla, but redefining who electric trucks are built for. This isn't just a story about cars, it's about strategy, grit, and a revolution that's sneaking up on the giants. Grab a seat because this one's a wild ride. Let's set the stage. November 22nd, 2019, Los Angeles. The lights dim, the crowd buzzes, and Elon Musk takes the stage like a rock star. He's not here to unveil just any vehicle. He's revealing the Tesla Cybertruck, a machine that looks like it crashed through a portal from 2049, with a stainless steel exoskeleton, angles sharper than a stealth bomber, and windows built as armored. This thing is a middle finger to every pickup on the planet. Elon calls it the future of trucks, boasting it can out-tow a Ford F-150, outrun a Porsche 911, and survive a zombie apocalypse. The demo hits a snag when the unbreakable glass cracks under a steel ball. But the internet doesn't care. X lights up with memes, hot takes, and viral clips. The Cybertruck isn't just a vehicle, it's a cultural earthquake, a symbol of Tesla's knack for rewriting the rules. That reveal wasn't just a moment, it was a masterclass in hype. Tesla didn't need Super Bowl ads or glossy billboards. Elon's X posts paired with the truck's dystopian design did the heavy lifting. By the end of launch week, 250,000 people had plunked down $100 to reserve a Cybertruck. Within 6 months, that number doubled to 500,000, and by late 2023, Tesla claimed over 1 million reservations. To put that in perspective, the Ford F-150, America's best-selling vehicle, moves about 750,000 units a year. The Cybertruck's specs fueled the frenzy. A base price of $39,900, a 500-mile range, a 0-60 minute sprint in under 3 seconds, and a towing capacity of 14,000 pounds. It promised to undercut rivals like the F-150 Lightning and Chevy Silverado while offering supercar thrills. Tech nerds, urbanites, even Hollywood stars were hooked. Tesla had turned a niche pickup into a global obsession, all without spending a dime on traditional marketing. But here's where the dream starts to crack. Fast forward to May 2025, and the Cybertruck is no longer a fantasy. It's a troubled reality. Despite those million-plus reservations, Tesla's delivered fewer than 50,000 units. That's not a hiccup, it's a full-blown crisis. The trouble began almost immediately after the 2019 reveal. Tesla blamed supply chain chaos during the pandemic, but the real culprit was the Cybertruck's ambition. Unlike Tesla's Model 3 or Model Y, which share platforms, the Cybertruck was built from the ground up. Its stainless steel exoskeleton designed to shrug off dents and corrosion is a manufacturer's nightmare. It's brutally hard to cut, weld, or shape a scale. Those razor-sharp angles, they demand tolerances so tight that even minor misalignments scream imperfection. Tesla had to install bespoke production lines at its Texas Gigman factory, but even that wasn't enough. Insiders report that automation, Tesla's holy grail, flopped for tasks like panel assembly, forcing workers to rely on slow, costly manual labor. The result? A production trickle where a flood was promised. The pain doesn't end with production. Quality issues are piling up and buyers are noticing. In March 2025, Tesla recalled 46,000 Cybertrucks due to a defect in the K-rail, a structural component that could detach under load, posing a safety risk. Owners have reported a litany of gripes: misaligned body panels, malfunctioning tailgates, software glitches that freeze displays, and drive unit failures in cold weather. Early reviews from outlets like Electrek and Car and Driver haven't been kind, noting inconsistencies between Tesla's polished marketing and the trucks hitting the road. Some buyers got trucks with half-finished interiors or mismatched hardware, depending on their build week. Tesla's beta release philosophy, launch now, patch later, worked for the Model 3 software quirks. But a 60,000 plus in truck with structural flaws is a tougher sell. Social media is amplifying the noise, with X threads showcasing everything, from wonky panel gaps to outright breakdowns, even as Tesla fans rally to defend their idol. The Cybertruck's woes are hitting Tesla's bottom line and its image. The promised $39,900 base price is a distant memory. The cheapest trim now starts at $69,990, with Foundation Series models nearing $100,000. The 500-mile range? Still unavailable, with current models topping out at 320 miles. Towing and off-road capabilities are being tested, but early feedback suggests they're not bulletproof. Tesla's even slashing prices, with discounts up to $12,000 on some trims in spring 2025. For a company that rarely budges on pricing, this is a red flag. Drone footage and insider leaks reveal unsold Cybertruck stacking up at Giga Texas and regional delivery centers. Third-party trackers estimate hundreds, maybe thousands, of units sitting idle, a financial anchor for a company that thrives on the illusion of endless demand. The Cybertruck was supposed to be Tesla's crown jewel, but it's starting to look like a costly misstep. Now, let's swing the spotlight to the underdog, Mazda. When you think Mazda, you might picture a sleek Miata carving up a canyon road or a CX-5 turning heads in a suburban driveway. Trucks? Not so much, especially in the US, where Mazda's been absent from the pickup game since the B-Series faded in 2009. But globally, Mazda's got a tougher side. Meet the BT50, a mid-sized pickup that's been grinding it out in markets like Australia, Thailand, and South Africa. Born from a partnership with Isuzu, the BT50 shares bones with the D-Max, a diesel-powered beast built for the real world. Farmers hauling grain, contractors lugging tools, miners tackling dust-choked trails. It's not about chrome rims or touchscreen swagger. It's about showing up when the job gets dirty. The BT50's cult following down under, where utes are a way of life, speaks to its no-nonsense grit. Mazda's been honing this formula for years, and now they're ready to bring it back to the US with a twist. That twist? An electric BT50 that's got the industry buzzing. Whispers from insiders suggest Mazda's cooking up a game changer. A dual-motor electric truck with a 300-mile range, rugged utility, and a starting price of, brace yourself, $23,000. That's not a typo. For context, the Cybertruck's base price is nearly triple that. The Ford F-150 Lightning starts at $49,995, and the Rivian R1T kicks off at $69,900. Even gas-powered mid-sized trucks like the Toyota Tacoma or Chevy Colorado hover around $30,000. A $23,000 electric truck with a solid range is like finding a unicorn in a junkyard. If Mazda pulls this off, it's not just a truck, it's a seismic shift aimed squarely at workers who've been priced out of the EV party. To get why this is huge, let's rewind Mazda's EV journey. While Tesla, Ford, and GM were tripping over themselves to flood the market with electric models in the early 2020s, Mazda played it cool. Their first EV, the MX-30, hit in 2021 with a 100-mile range that had critics scratching their heads. Why launch a green car that could barely make a round trip to the next town? But Mazda wasn't chasing Tesla's crown. The MX-30 was a calculated move, a testbed to learn the ropes of battery tech, charging networks, and buyer habits. It taught Mazda how to craft EVs that feel like Mazda's, soulful, driver-centric, with interiors that punch above their weight. The MX-30's modest sales weren't a failure, they were a stepping stone. By 2025, Mazda's eyeing 7 to 8 new electric models by 2030, from compact crossovers to mid-size SUVs, and crucially, trucks. They're not here to dazzle Silicon Valley, they're here to serve the real world. At the helm is Masahiro Moro, Mazda's CEO since 2023, and the antithesis of Elon Musk's chaos agent vibe. With over 40 years at Mazda, Moro's a lifer who's seen the auto industry's ups and downs. He's not tweeting memes or hyping products at glitzy unveilings. He's the guy poring over market data, refining designs and making bets that pay off years later. Before taking the top job, Moro ran Mazda's North American operations and shaped his global marketing, turning the brand into a premium yet accessible standout. Cars like the Mazda 3 and CX-50, with their lush cabins and driver-first handling, are his legacy, his mantra. Build vehicles people trust. In an era of over-promises, Moro's discipline is a quiet rebellion. He's not here to break the internet, he's here to build a future. The electric BT50 is Moro's boldest play yet. Leaked specs paint a picture of a truck that's all business. Dual motors for torque, a 300-mile range for long workdays, and a bed built to haul tools, lumber, or gear. No Falcon Wing doors or self-driving hype, just raw utility. The $23,000 price is the real kicker, undercutting every electric truck and even some gas-powered rivals. If Mazda taps US EV tax credits up to $7,500, the effective price could dip below $20,000, a number that makes dealerships sweat and buyers cheer. This truck's not for influencers posing for X selfies. It's for the plumber wiring a skyscraper, the farmer hauling feed, the electrician keeping the grid alive. Mazda's betting on a market the big dogs ignored. Workers who want electric efficiency without a luxury price tag. That $23,000 price tag is a dagger to the heart of the EV truck. Market. Today's electric pickups, Cybertruck, F-150 Lightning, Rivian R1T, are built for early adopters with cash to burn. They're loaded with giant touchscreens, semi-autonomous tricks, and price tags that scream status symbol. But the average American worker, the one towing trailers or hauling drywall, isn't dropping $60,000 on a truck, no matter how many X likes it gets. Mazda's zeroing in on a massive untapped demographic. Tradespeople, small business owners, rural drivers who need a truck that works as hard as they do. If the BT50 delivers, it could be the Toyota Tacoma of EVs, affordable, reliable, and everywhere. And with gas prices still stinging in 2025, an electric truck at this price could flip the script on who goes green. You might have heard a wild story about a Tokyo roundtable where Moro allegedly unveiled the BT50 to industry titans, including Elon Musk. The competitor's video claims Moro dropped a mic with Tesla is finished, leaving Elon stone-faced and teary-eyed. Let's be real, that's the kind of drama X thrives on, not reality. Auto execs don't sling shade like TikTok stars. But closed-door summits happen, and it's not a stretch to think Mazda flexed its EV plans to signal its arrival. If Moro showcased the BT50 specs, 23,300 miles worker-first design, it's easy to see why Tesla might feel the heat. The Cybertruck's a niche flex, built for tech bros and doomsday preppers. Mazda's truck is for the heart of the pickup. Market, regular folks who need tools, not toys. No tears, just a reality check. Mazda's real weapon is how it's pulling this off. Tesla bet billions on a bespoke gigafactory for the Cybertruck, complete with custom tooling and untested processes. Mazda? They're playing it smarter. They're repurposing existing production lines, slashing costs and timelines. Through a decades-long alliance with Toyota, Mazda's tapping into proven battery tech, hybrid systems, and software platforms. Toyota's Prius and RAV4 hybrid aren't just bestsellers, they're battle-tested, giving Mazda a head start without reinventing the wheel. This partnership cuts R&D costs, speeds up launches, and ensures the BT50 hits the ground running with tech that works. Mazda's also thinking global. Compact EVs for Japan's urban jungles, larger models like the BT50 for the US, and clean hybrids for Europe's emissions crackdowns. It's a chess game, and Mazda's thinking 3 moves ahead. Let's geek out on manufacturing for a sec. The Cybertruck's production hell comes from its complexity, stainless steel that fights every tool, angles that defy assembly lines, and a design that screams prototype more than product. Mazda's approach is the opposite, lean, modular, and efficient. By piggybacking on Toyota's supply chain and using flexible factories, Mazda dodges the capital sinks Tesla's stuck in. They're exploring simpler EV architectures, stripping out bells and whistles to keep costs low. In a world where lithium and cobalt prices swing like crypto, this agility is gold. Mazda's not chasing tech blog headlines. They're building a truck that's affordable to make and own. And with supply chains still shaky in 2025, Mazda's ability to pivot, say by localizing US battery production, gives them an edge over lumbering giants. Picture the BT50 on a job site, a muddy construction lot, a rural farm, a buzzing warehouse. No bulletproof glass or holographic dashboards, just a rugged bed, a charge that lasts a shift, and torque to tow a trailer. It's the anti-Cybertruck built for the contractor frame in a house, the farmer moving bales, the electrician running lines. This focus on utility could unlock a market Tesla's barely touched. The Cybertruck's post-apocalyptic aesthetic, think Mad Max meets Silicon Valley, has turned off some of Tesla's eco-conscious base. Its pivot to court traditional truck buyers, with ads hyping towing and job site chops, feels like a U-turn. Posts from 2025 show Tesla's core fans, urban, progressive, tech-savvy, cooling on the brand, partly due to Elon's divisive online presence. Meanwhile, older truck buyers, the F-150 crowd, are intrigued but balk at the price and quirks. Mazda's BT50, with its pickup DNA and EV smarts, could thread that needle. This isn't just Mazda versus Tesla, it's a snapshot of the EV market's next chapter. The early 2020s were all about splashy debuts and luxury EVs, Tesla's Model S, Lucid's Air, Rivian's R1T. But as EVs go mainstream, buyers are demanding value, reliability, and ease of ownership. Mazda's not trying to out-tech Tesla, they're outsmarting them, leaning on trust and affordability. If the BT50 hits, it could force rivals to rethink their game. Ford's already teasing sub-$40,000 EVs, and GM's hinting at budget models. Mazda's $23,000 truck could be the match that lights this fire. Much like Toyota's Prius turned hybrids from niche to normal. Zoom out, and Mazda's ambitions are global. If the BT50 launches, say in 2026, it'd mark Mazda's return to the US truck market after a 15-year break. Their 2030 goal is massive, EVs and hybrids driving a huge chunk of sales. The BT50 could lead the charge, especially if Mazda builds it stateside to snag tax credits and dodge supply chain snags. They're already testing electrified CX-50 SUVs, hinting at a deep EV lineup. Unlike Tesla's boom or bust bets, Mazda's building a mosaic, model by model, market by market. It's not flashy, but it's future-proof. Let's take a page from history. Rewind to the 1970s, when Japanese automakers like Toyota and Honda crashed Detroit's party. The Civic and Corolla weren't the fastest or fanciest, but they were cheap, reliable, and sipped gas during the oil crisis. By the 1980s, they were kings. Fast forward to the 2000s, and Toyota's Prius made hybrids mainstream, not by being cool, but by being practical. Mazda's BT50 could follow that playbook. Not the shiniest toy, but the one that works. Tesla's Cybertruck is a gamble on spectacle. Mazda's betting on substance. History loves the underdog who delivers. So, who wins the future? The Cybertruck was a vision that shook the world, but its stumbles show how hard it is to tame a dream. Mazda's electric BT50, if the rumors hold, is the opposite. A promise grounded in reality, built for workers who keep the world turning. This isn't about destroying Tesla, it's about a new kind of electric truck, one that puts people over hype. So tell me, will Mazda's quiet revolution outshine Tesla's bold gamble, or does the Cybertruck have one more ace to play? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if this deep dive blew your mind, smash that like button and subscribe for more stories that cut through the noise. Until next time, keep the road electric and the hustle real.